tough to head down to Columbia. That's a great environment. Their fans do an awesome job creating a really tough venue to go play. But, man, we look forward to the challenge.
They've done a great job this year just continuing to stay the course and get better. Obviously, turnovers were an issue for them, but they kept on playing hard. They kept believing. They kept fighting, and now they're playing their best ball.
Clemson and Carolina swapping compliments ahead of the most anticipated game of the season in this state. And after the elation a year ago for South Carolina, the Tigers hoping to return the favor with what would be a 5th straight win at Williams-Brice. Well, this is one of the great football weekends of the year, and Friday night is one terrific night of high school football in the upstate as well. 8 area teams grateful to be practicing on Thanksgiving, vying for upper state championships and a trip to Orangeburg next weekend to compete in the title game. That includes in Anderson, the Westside Rams and the Greenville Red Raiders. And what a game this was. The Rams offense outrageously good. They put up 68 points a week ago. The Raiders, meanwhile, just bounced powerhouse Northwestern. This was a back and forth game early, 5 seconds to go in the second quarter. Westside has a 21-14 lead. Javion Sherman can't hang on to that pass, and Westside gets the touchdown to increase their lead to 28-14. So the Red Raiders just trying to hang in and hang on. They do just that. 2 minutes left in the game. Bryson Drummond somehow finds Carmelo Canty. That ties the game at 35. We are heading to overtime, and from there the Rams would just need 2 plays to get into the end zone. Let's show you that touchdown right here. That is Sherrod Johnson weaving, getting into the end zone, 42-35 Westside at that point. So Greenville with a chance to answer. And on their last effort of this game, Brian Lane loving what he's seeing from his Rams. So the last gasp for Greenville, all day to throw, but the pass intercepted in the end zone by Jamar Boston. Westside hangs on and advances 42-35.
It's a fitting end. Our defense held right there at the end. Our defense has been challenged all year, and we needed a defensive stop. So this story is all about defense tonight.
Westside will face South Florence Saturday afternoon for the 4A title. Abbeville and Gray Collegiate have made a habit of seeing each other in late November. This 2A state semifinal, the 4th postseason meeting in the past 5 years between the Panthers and War Eagles. Panthers on the prowl for a 7th ring in 9 tries. One of those 2 seasons without a title ended by the Eagles in 2021. Let's pick this game up right away. First quarter, Abbeville going deep in the bag, hand off to Jalewis Haddon. He's throwing it to Carson Norman for the 24-yard touchdown, 6-0. Panthers have an early lead, but Gray moving it well in the second quarter, and they would respond. John Tyler Waller to Blaine Redmond. That ties the game at 6. Still 6-6 at halftime. Into the third quarter, still 6-6 as well. Waller escapes the pressure and connects with Jamarius Lockett to give Gray Collegiate the go-ahead score, 13-6. But the Panthers, they would answer. DeMarcus Leach, the QB, calls his own number, breaking a couple tackles, and he is off for an 85-yard jaunt that we sped up just a little bit. Panthers go for 2. They don't get it. It is a 1-point game. Gray still leading, but Gray Collegiate pours it on. They score 14 unanswered to pull away from the Panthers, and they end Abbeville's campaign 27-12. The Eagles will face Oceanside for the 2A title Thursday. Christ Church closing in on back-to-back state titles, had to knock out rival St. Joe's in the 1A upper state final Friday night. Knights facing an early 3rd and long. Cade Alt with time to throw and hooks up with Michael Poinsett, so that keeps the St. Joe's drive moving, and down on the goal line, Alt, the keeper, he even fooled me. He's in 6-0 St. Joe's, the extra point block. But it's Christ Church. They are rolling from there in plus territory, facing 4th and 6. Tucker Hendricks to Jude Hall. Hey, Jude, touchdown, Christ Church. They take a 7-6 lead after the first quarter. And on the move again in the second, in the red zone, pitch to Jackson Rep, get the ball in 2's hands. He's going to make something happen. He does right there, cuts back upfield. He is cruising on in to the timeshare. That gives the Cavaliers a 14-6 lead. They are piling it on at Carson Stadium. Hendricks all kinds of time, taking the deep shot to Rep. That connection aces again. It's Christ Church going away on their way to a 2nd straight 1A title game, 53-20.
They were excited to play upper state championship against St. Joe's. Ton of respect for those guys. They're tough, man. But our guys were ready, man, and we've been talking about going back, not go back to the championship, but go be a champion.
That shows what we can do when we all put all pieces together. We really moving on to state, so next one's the one that matters the most.
And a championship game rematch upcoming for Christchurch against Johnsonville Friday afternoon as the Cavs eye a repeat. 2 more Upper State titles were won tonight, including a throwback matchup in 3A between a pair of powerhouse programs. Undefeated BHP at undefeated Daniel, and the Jailman Patriots enjoying one of their best seasons ever at Dutch Fork in 5A. Those highlights ahead.